Alright, so we are back. And finally I'm gonna catch up to the reaction requests that I have been receiving over the past week. The first one is going to be by someone who found me on Facebook, my Facebook fan page that I still have up. I don't use it anymore, but he had sent me a request to react to this video. 15 Strongest Goku vs Superman, all versions. Which I'm gonna say right now, if you're going to request for me to do a reaction, don't send it to me on Facebook. Please don't. I would much rather you request it either on my channel or Twitter or the Discord if you haven't joined already. If like for those three things, that's all I ask for. Just if you want to send a reaction request by those three things: YouTube channel, Twitter, or Discord if you haven't joined. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into this, because after I did one about Goku vs Superman, a lot of you really want me to keep diving more into this war that's going on between Goku and Superman. Like, for me, I think it's stupid, but whatever. It's whatever. Here we go.
Hello guys, it's Revolution. So back with another Goku vs Superman video, and this time, rather than do a straight up verse battle between two different versions of Goku and Superman.
Also, I'm eating Oreos, so if you get annoyed by that, oh well.
Mainly on their attacking potency, their power, raw power, you could
Halloween
say,
con.
destructive capacity, like the title says, basically who's the strongest. Not necessarily who would win in a fight, because obviously that takes into account a lot of different variables, and that's why I do verse battles and go in depth about those kind of variables that can impact a one-on-one death match. However, this is simply about who is the strongest, and we're basing that off feats and statements within their own verses. Now, there are a lot of different versions of Goku, and there are even more different versions of Superman, so not all versions will make it into this list. And yes, I will be considering Rebirth Superman, and whilst that may be a little premature, I do think his feat recently is worthy of being on this list, so keep an eye out for where I rank him in terms of power, and do keep an eye out for part 4 of What If Goku Landed on Planet Krypton, coming soon on
Oh wow, really?
A wacky what if crossing two of my favourite verses. Goku and Superman will soon be fighting Frieza on planet Namek, so keep an eye out for that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button to be notified when that video drops, or any more verse battles concerning Goku and Superman. If you enjoy these videos, please do make sure you lend the Daishinken your energy by
a little
smashing that
Triforce
like button.
on
And
the
if you're
front.
on
That's
Twitter,
nice.
Instagram or Facebook, do come follow me on those social media platforms for all your trolling needs. So the top 15 strongest versions of Superman and Goku, let's go. From weakest to strongest in 15th position, post-crisis Superman Prime 1 million. Emphasis on post-crisis. This version of Superman Prime 1 million is vastly stronger than Cal Kent, a distant descendant of Kal-El, otherwise known as Superman 1 million. Superman Prime 1 million doesn't really have any feats of its own to talk about. Like I said, we do know he is stronger than Superman 1 million, and Superman 1 million has a shared feat of slowing down a galaxy with his force vision. Whilst this isn't quite destroying a galaxy, it would take a significant amount of strength to be able to pull off a feat like this, and is quite easily multi-solar system levels of power. In my humble opinion, high multi-solar system levels of power, with Superman Prime 1 million being vastly stronger than Cal Kent, that should put him around galactic levels of power, if not higher. Now, it must be said, he could actually be much stronger than this hypothetically, but we can only really scale him based off the statements in the source material itself, and because he lacks any real feats of his own, we can only really scale him against relevant characters. 14th on this list is Super Saiyan 3 Goku from the Dragon Ball Z movies against Hirudegarn using the Dragon Fist. He one-shotted the most powerful version of Hirudegarn, a character who was easily able to defeat characters like Ultimate Gohan and Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. In the Dragon Ball Z anime, it was shown that Majin Buu could destroy a galaxy within a matter of mere moments. Both Ultimate Gohan and Gotenks at Super Saiyan 3 both scaled to this sort of power, as well as scaling to the Super Saiyan 3 Goku that shook the entirety of the Dragon Ball afterlife. In an earlier Dragon Ball Z movie against Janemba, in Fusion Reborn. To put that into perspective, the Universe 7 macrocosm is equivalently 3 times the size of our very own universe, and the afterlife is 1/3 of that. Given the fact that Harudagon mollywots these characters amongst others, and given that Goku smoked this version of Harudagon in one shot with the...
Hold on. I wanna look at this because I haven't even seen this. This is why I need to read the damn manga. Okay, so Emma, Dio's Palace, Heaven's up here. Okay, there's Snake Way. Okay, I see that. All right, so yeah, Daiho is that big giant demon looking motherfucker who judges souls. Okay, that's Kai's planet. Okay, I think that's where King Kai lives. It's Kai. The cosmos are over here. The universe is there. Planet Vegeta. Vegeta? I think that kind of meant Planet Vegeta. Alright, whatever. That's fine. Cool. Planet Frieza is next to them. Oh, that makes sense. The Namek planet is right there. Okay, and Hell is right there. Well, what's the dub name of it? Heffel? Yeah. Heffel? Yeah, that. Alright. I'm letting that process about because I haven't seen this yet. I have not seen this yet, so continue.
Dragon Fist. With key multiplication scaling, it's easy to see why this version of Goku is easily multi-galactic levels of power. 13th on this list is Dragon Ball GT Goku. Now, you may be surprised to find out that Super Saiyan 4 Goku isn't the most powerful version of Goku in Dragon Ball GT. It's actually changed Goku. Goku that rose with the Spirit Bomb, the Universal Spirit Bomb, in order to defeat Omega Shenron in the Shadow Dragon arc. Super Saiyan 4 Goku was comfortably multi-galactic levels of power himself, likely high multi-galactic in terms of destructive capacity, but as mentioned, Changed Goku is the most powerful version of Goku from Dragon Ball GT. The writer's transcript is on your screen right now if you want to read it, but ultimately, this version of Goku tanked Omega Shenron's attacks. A character was easily able to defeat both him and Vegeta in Super Saiyan 4. But Omega Shenron's attacks had little to no effect on Changed Goku. But given that this version of Goku tanked Omega Shenron's attacks, a character was stated to be able to erode the universe over a short given time, it's fair to say that Changed Goku would have been at least 9 universal in powers, potentially universal. In 12th position is the Silver Age Superman. Silver Age Superman was able to destroy a construct that was able to withstand the explosion of the Big Bang attack. Quite simply put, this version of Superman is more powerful than the birth of the universe. He also clashed with Jackson the Mighty, which generated enough power to counter a power from the Green Lantern Corps, which destroyed multiple timelines. However, it must be noted this was before Infinite Crisis, so it's unknown how many timelines were particularly destroyed. But we can go on from this that this version of Superman is at least Universal Plus in terms of destructive capacity. And then you could factor in the brief moment where he acquires the Sword of Superman, which certainly solidifies this level of attacking potency. Capacity here, Superman Prime in the black suit from Countdown to Final Crisis with the Guardian out. This version of Superboy Prime casually maneuvered on the Source Wall. Even universal level threats are trapped on the Source Wall, yet this version of Superman literally is living on it. Not just that, he entrapped and beat the crap out of a weakened Mr. Mixier's Pitalik. However, it must be noted this isn't Mr. Mixier's Pitalik in all his powerful glory. He was severely weakened due to the Spectre diminishing the effect of magic in the 3 and 4 dimensional universes in Day of Vengeance, which was basically the fallout of the Infinite Crisis storylines. However, even upon getting back to the 5th dimension, Mr. Mixier's Pitalik seals up the 5th dimension because he fears this version of Superboy Prime. Anyway, Superboy Prime with the own energy goes on to fight against Monarch, a being comprised of all the Captain Atoms, and it is said that his punches alone have the power of a Big Bang. Well, Superboy Prime takes multiple of these hits and continues fighting against Monarch. Whilst he does eventually lose because the Owen energy burns out, it's fair to say that this version of Superman is comfortably multiversal at the height of his power, potentially even mid-multiversal. In 10th position, the most powerful version of Goku from Dragon Ball Super, Ultra Instinct Goku. With Dragon Ball Super's inception and Goku gaining Super Saiyan God, Goku was able to have a shared feat with the God of Destruction Beerus, equivalent to half a universe.
And that's number 10.
Capacity. The third clash in the Battle of God Saga was stated to be able to destroy the Universe 7 macrocosm, a macrocosm 3 times the size of our very own universe, until Goku perfected a technique that prevented it. Goku absorbed that power, then could still stack on Super Saiyan 1, 2 and 3, as well as Super Saiyan God again, then stacking Super Saiyan on top of Super Saiyan God, otherwise known as Super Saiyan Blue, then can even use the technique of Kaioken times 20 on top of Super Saiyan Blue, making Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20, then undergoing 3 phases of Ultra Instinct Omen. First phase of Ultra Instinct Omen shook an infinite realm, the world of Void, eventually acquiring mastered Ultra Instincts, which allowed him to defeat the powerful Jiren, a character who was stated to be above time and space. As has been stated many times throughout the existence of Dragon Ball, multiply your ki, you multiply all your combat abilities. With ki multiplication scaling, Ultra Instinct Goku is potentially millions of times stronger than the version that almost destroyed the universe back in Battle of Gods with Ultra Instinct. This version of Goku is around mid-multiversal levels of power. In all honesty, the main reason I put him above Black Suit Superman Prime is simply because this power is his own, and with Ultra Instinct he'd be able to utilise that power better, but they are very close. You could swap them if you wanted. So, in 9th position, some may call this premature, but I call this a high multiversal level feat. Some may say this is an outlier, but as far as I'm concerned, this particular feat from Rebirth Superman in Justice League issue 25, Superman destroyed the World Forger's masterpiece, which was basically a multiverse to replace the current local multiverse that contains 52 universes. Not only that, the World Forger, son of Perpetua and brother to the Monitor and Anti-Monitor, a being that resides in the 6th dimension, got rocked by this version of Superman. Not only was his masterpiece destroyed, he got floored. He probably thought he got hit by the Alabama Slammer from Deontay Wilder.
Yeah, he wasn't shit.
Aside, it was Superman. Superman flew through a galaxy worth of suns, sun dipping in potentially billions of stars before planting one on the World Forger, knocking this being that resides in the 6th dimension to the ground. Finally, we're seeing a modern mainstream version of Superman that is hitting those multiversal levels of power. He, in my opinion, is high multiversal. Now,
ridiculousness.
8th position, rebirth version of Superman Prime 1 million. That's right, there isn't just one version of Superman Prime 1 million, there's also a rebirth version. His existence was hinted at in Justice League issue 1, but it was pretty much confirmed in the DC movie.
I'm never gonna keep up with all these Superman, like seriously.
Superman Prime 1 million appears in issue 6 of the Electric Warriors. Now, we know that Rebirth Superman was able to knock down the World Forger and destroy his masterpiece after dipping through a galaxy worth of suns in a short space of time. Well, historically, Superman Prime 1 million has sunned it for 15,000 years.
Jesus.
So at the very minimum,
What?
He is equal to Rebirth Superman that knocked down the World Forger, but it's likely he is far, far stronger than that. In fact, his ranking on this list is simply based on everything we know so far. It's most likely he'll rank far higher than this if we ever do get to see him in action. Now, away from Superman Prime 1 million and to another Superman Prime or Superboy Prime, Superboy Prime, a future version, actually acquired the powers of the Time Trapper. After the events in Countdown's Final Crisis, the Time Trapper finds Superman.
Hold on, wait a minute, pause. I need to stop this. So he goes. His point is that because Superboy is a clone of Superman, that technically makes Superman still the same thing. When really it's not. Because they're two different people. They're literally two different people. So I don't understand why he's putting these on like 15 versions of Superman when it's not really Superman. It's a clone of him. And I get it, and like GT, that's not the same Goku, but at least in the rest of the versions of Goku, it's the same person. That's the thing that, like, and I'm sorry that, but I need to say that's the whole thing about this whole argument is that when it comes to Superman, for comic book heroes themselves, the reason why they don't really fall why they fall short is because it's not the same consistent person. Is relatively the same topic but in different versions. It's not in the same the same category because it's told by different people. One story happened, then another story happened. This is not the same Superman. And for Goku, he has only 2 versions of himself. Not like 3 to 4. It's still him at the end of the day. Because he was created by one person. He's been written by one person for years. Where Superman's been written by 10 to 15 people already. That's why it falls short to me. Is because these certain people try to make Superman to be this all-powerful, to be God, Jesus himself. And that's the reason why I don't even like him anymore. Because you try to make him too doggone powerful. That there's no point on him trying to fight anybody. Because he's easily going to mess that up. In every comic that they've made, every time Superman is told in one of these stories, he's the caveat. He's the ace in the hole. Like, Jesus Christ. And you could say the same thing for Goku. Goku, every time they tell an arc about him, a saga about him, he's the one that pulls through. Because he's the hero. Of course that's what he's gonna do. But the difference between that and that is because of the fact that, like I just said, it's not the same Superman. He doesn't have the same feats. Because if you take Rebirth Superman and the same Superman that he's talking about right now, it's not the same one. They're not gonna have the same ability. Whereas Goku, he could literally transform into one version of himself to another version of himself, and then to Ultra Instinct. If it were reversed, it would be completely different. And I'm sorry for me stuttering, but I'm trying to explain myself. It would be completely different. Whereas the Goku, it would be like 3 different Gokus, and each one of them had their own rank of power, and they couldn't share their own ranks of power. That's what I'm getting at. Goku has his own ranks of power that he doesn't need to share because it's all him. When it comes to Superman, it's like 10 people in 10 universes. Doesn't make any sense to me. Another thing is, why even make an argument about Goku versus Superman if Superman is such a damn god? If Superman can punch apparently the being the forge of all knowing and all being and whatnot, and maybe just massacre him, then why don't you put him in a fight with a being like Goku? Why? I don't even get that. I think people just try to make arguments just to prove that they're right and whatnot, without having any logic into it. There's no reason why why both of them should fight. Anyway, that's the end of what I had to say. Let's continue to this. It's got 8 minutes left.
Time, and it decides to send him to the 31st century in order to fight the Legion. A few events unfold, and eventually the Time Trapper comes to the 31st century himself, and it is revealed that the Time Trapper is in fact a future version of Superman Prime. He seemingly has all the abilities of the original Time Trapper. Well, the Time Trapper is an abstract being, an embodiment of entropy. With preparation, could have destroyed all of time across the whole multiverse. Which means that this version of Superman, Time Trapper Superman Prime, would be high multiversal in terms of destructive capacity. In 6th place, this one may be controversial as he isn't technically
And it's all about
a
Superman.
version of Superman, but he
See,
is
that's
a
what I'm
widely
saying.
known version of Superman, and it is in particular a pretty good story, so I do recommend checking out Adventures of Superman. Anyway, this version of Superman manages to survive in a spatial dimension that's even harmful to the 5th dimensional imp, Mr. Mixyezpitalik. After dividing himself into thousands of iterations of Superman, at the end of time he brought himself back together and tore his way into the 5th dimension and into a spatial dimension that even Mr. Mixyezpitalik feared and survived. Likely
How do you rip a dimension?
Construct.
The fuck?
Anyhow, this version of Superman, Strange Visitor Superman, surpasses the 5th dimensional imp in terms of attacking potency and is likely at high multiversal to low quantiversal levels of power. In 5th place on this list is Xeno Super Saiyan 4 Goku from Dragon Ball Heroes. This is Dragon Ball Heroes' own version of Goku, though he has been through the events of Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball Z movies, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball
Well, I forgot all
Z,
about
and
that. I
even
mean, you want to call it
God
that.
Key at one point.
You want to count this
even
one.
God Demigra is a being that was imprisoned in the Crack of Time. The Crack of Time is a spatial construct beyond time and space. It's a higher dimension. In a guide, Demigra is stated to be a character beyond time and space. However, even in his giant Super Demigra form, he is ultimately defeated, but he comes back eventually with an even more powerful form. The guide states that this version of Demigra, Super Demigra, is able to affect beat real world, which would be a world, a dimension above the world that Dragon Ball Heroes is set in, which we know has 5 dimensions, at least to our knowledge. Well, this version of Super Demigra can affect a dimension above the 5 dimensions we know of in Dragon Ball Heroes, making his attacking potency low 6th dimensional. Well, along comes Xeno Goku, and with his Super Saiyan form, not even Super Saiyan 4, he casually defeats this version of Super Demigra. So by the time you've added Super Saiyan 4 to the equation, this version of Goku, Xeno Goku, is casually low quantiversal in terms of attacking potency, which leads us on to number 4 on this list, also from Dragon Ball Heroes, Capsule Corp Ultra Instinct Goku.
What's the difference?
Goku is essentially Dragon Ball Heroes version of Dragon Ball Super Goku. Of course, this version of Goku scales to Xeno Goku, a regular character from the Dragon Ball Heroes franchise, and Super Saiyan Blue Capsule Corp Goku is somewhat relative to Xeno Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Given that Ultra Instinct is a vastly more powerful transformation than Super Saiyan Blue, it goes without saying that this version of Capsule Corp Goku is vastly stronger than Xeno Goku. So scaling off of Xeno Goku, this version of Capsule Corp Ultra Instinct Goku would also be at low quantiversal levels of power. Ranking 3rd on this list may surprise you.
I don't understand the difference. You didn't really explain much how they're powerful. You didn't even explain much as to what makes them more powerful than the one in the anime. I don't understand.
Fusion with Ultraman, it is predominantly Superman, so I do believe he deserves to be on this list. The Thought Robot is essentially a body of pure thought, a self-assembling hyper story beyond the story of DC Comics. He competes with Mandrak, a character that has been explained as having editor-like abilities. He is strong enough to hold the entire multiverse on the tip of his finger, and most impressively, he is that receptive he can literally feel the reader of the comic breathing. He is aware that he is a story. He is literally a plot device. He has editor-like abilities. Now, I must make it clear, he is not an editor or an avatar of an editor. He simply has editor-like abilities. Now, if you think that's absurd,
how do you remember shit like this?
Certainly are absurd. Whereas the comic form of Superman was aware that he was part of a story, this version of Superman, Milkman Man, yes, Milkman Man, you heard that right, is a version of Superman from a rogue narrative in Justice League of America's Doom Patrol. Truly a wacky comic, make sure you check it out. We are now talking about platonic concepts. This story features something called the Retcon Corps, which essentially represent the writers, and even Eonimus, who is a representation of the audience. However, Retcon Corps have created this version of Milkman Man as a means to control the continuity of Superman. These are characters that actually have an impact on the Overvoid, which is a representation of the page. And for your information, if you didn't know, the Overvoid contains a small dot which represents the DC multiverse, which contains the likes of Thor, Robot, Superman. The characters in this story are basically avatars of ideas. They are all outerversal level beings, which brings us on to number 1 on this list, and that is God Fusion Goku. In Universal Studios Tokyo, there is a 4D attraction ride that contains its own Dragon Ball continuity. In the first iteration, Goku and Frieza broke the fourth wall, and ultimately Goku had to defend the audience.
Okay, now he's just making shit up. Now he's adding anything that even existed and claiming that to be stronger. Okay. Now like, really? Why? We're almost at the end of this. Let me just keep going.
The real world's audience from the powerful Frieza. In the second story, Goku fuses with a member of this audience. In order to fight against God Broly, he has to use the Dragon Ball's power in order to break that fourth wall, and by doing so, he transcends his own story. And by doing so, he goes beyond the medium, which contains his story. Once again, another abstract idea. You could argue that this is a fusion version of Goku, but it is primarily Goku. But to put this into perspective, Goku could fuse with any member of the audience that is in attendance. That could be the writer of Justice League of America, could be the writer of any of the Marvel comics. As Thought Robot Superman is a literal plot device, Milkman Man is a platonic concept beyond the page, I guess you could say. This version is literally a character that is fused with the audience, or even the person that's coming up with those ideas. This version of God Fusion Goku could essentially get any comic and put it through the shredder. So that's my top 15, guys. Let me know your thoughts down on the comment section. Would you do a different top 15? Have I missed?
Yeah, I'm done with that. That was dumb. I'm sorry. That was dumb. He started out strong and you know, really talked about the differences as to the feats about these things, but then he started talking about different Superman that's not even the same goddamn Superman, and then he started making shit up about different Gokus and whatnot, and I'm just like, okay, why would you count Goku in a video game? It's the same damn Goku. He's the same Goku. I don't understand. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh my god! And then Goku from a studio flick that's in Japan. Like, why would you count that? How is he any different? Because he fused with a member of the no, that doesn't no. That was just for entertainment. That wasn't anything to be taken seriously. I'm telling you, people will come up with their own thing. I'm telling you, they'll come up with something to prove that this is what it is, and it's not even that. Anyway, let me know what y'all think about this video. I didn't enjoy it. I really didn't. Because I got bored of it after he started talking about Superman just knocking out all these golly deities and whatnot. I'm just like, y'all look, y'all can praise Superman for all you want. He's not a god to me. It's just that he's an overpowered juggernaut that for some reason overcomes every damn thing. I mean, the same can be said for Goku, but at least he gets his ass beat after he overcomes, you know, the challenge. Whereas Superman, he doesn't even need to get his ass kicked. He can just flick, done. But y'all want to keep putting them in a fight against one another. Alright, whatever. This has been Master Ryo Sakurai. I'm out of here. Peace.